Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me again today, and this story is about child sex offenders and sexual predators. This video will not be able to get any advertisement on except our sponsors, so feel free to join Scarcity for $1.99 a month to support the channel. We have focused on paedophiles in power on the channel for 2 years. I've done various stories on these subjects, and I will always highlight it when necessary. And with this story, it's definitely going to be disturbing, so for younger viewers, please choose a different video. Kevin Sheppard has been sentenced at Northampton Crown Court to 16 months in prison to be suspended for 2 years. So he's not going to prison. He has received a 10-year sexual harm prevention order. He was a teaching assistant, and he brought an online catalogue of child abuse using £365 worth of Amazon vouchers. This is mind-blowing. Now they're using a currency like normal currencies and vouchers in order to exchange paedophilia, and the other part being that he worked in schools. Kevin Sheppard, 26, bought the abuse between June and September of 2018, and he's only just been convicted now. He sent the seller 8 different Amazon vouchers totaling nearly £400. Sheppard was employed as a teaching assistant at Huxlow Science College in Northamptonshire. He specifically requested a video of a 15-year-old girl from the seller who was subject to a National Crime Agency investigation at the time, so they stumbled across Sheppard's offences while investigating somebody else. He resigned from his place as a teaching assistant the day after they arrested him in June, and he was arrested at his home in Broadway, Kettering in Northants, where NCA officers recovered his iPhone and laptop. Sheppard's phone had an app which contained 46 Category A, the most severe images of child abuse, 19 Category B and 35 Category C. His laptop contained 17 Category B videos of child abuse. In interview, Sheppard admitted being sexually attracted to young girls and downloading and viewing abuse. Yesterday at Northampton Crown Court, he admitted 3 counts of making indecent images of children between 2014 and 2019, and 1 count of encouraging the distribution of them. He was sentenced on the 25th of August. And Robbie Slater from the NCA operations said there is no greater priority for the NCA than protecting children from child abuse. Steve Gordon, the principal of the college that he worked at, said, "We are appalled to learn of the conduct of a former teaching assistant. The safety of our students is the highest priority, and we have stringent procedures in place which have been fully complied with." He is no longer permitted to enter the school grounds and resigned from his post. They reassured the NCA and confirmed that no students or school equipment was involved in any of the offences. But this is just another shocking example of how child abusers always seem to get jobs around children. It seems quite obvious, I know, but at the same time, how on earth are we going to make sure and ensure that children are safe around teachers? And with these sort of online paedophile rings who have got powerful positions in society. Another case that was actually unearthed back in 2018 along with this case. These guys were convicted last year, but the case actually was discovered in 2018. It involved a Welsh government lawyer and a Welsh police officer. John Guest and Dean Roberts committed sex attacks on a number of young children. So this is 2 people that was, unquestioned, that would not be questioned in society in most situations as being a risk to children. Wales Online reported at the time that a former Welsh government lawyer and a police officer carried out horrific sex attacks on a number of young children. Police said the investigation into the 2 men uncovered extremely disturbing child abuse evidence. The government lawyer, John Guest, who was 43, preyed on young girls and then shared videos and pictures of the abuse on the internet with other paedophiles. Guest, who was a senior lawyer advising the Welsh government on legal matters, he abused 2 girls and filmed the sex attacks online. He took photos of children getting changed at swimming pools or at the beach, and he regularly took pictures of girls up their skirt as they walked to school. He was a long-standing sexual predator, they said, with an interest interest in young girls. He was deeply involved with other like-minded individuals on social media, and they shared child abuse images together. He was part of a network of like-minded individuals who used messenger groups, and there was a number of discussions about their shared interest in abusing children. Mr. Wilson said that one chat guest, also known as John Ryan Guess, was sent an image of two young women in swimwear by another paedophile, and he said the first one would be great to sexually assault. John Guess was from Cardiff, but later moved to Trowbridge in Wiltshire. He's a named author on the Welsh Government reports as a legal advisor in his role as a senior lawyer. Mr. Wilson said he had an intellect and capacity to seek help, but he did not do so. Cardiff Crown Court heard a victim impact statement from the mother of one of Guest's victims, said her daughter was having to seek therapy to deal with the effects of his crime. She said it was initially numb with the shock and horror, and then the numbness was replaced with anger and sadness. Guest admitted 26 offences and charges in relation to sexual assault of a child, including penetration and possessing and distributing images, and he also incited, aided and abetted the abuse of other children. His defence said these offences were opportunistic and there was no significant degree of planning. His life was in shreds and his professional status and employment prospects are non-existent. On sentencing, the judge said, "You have a perverted interest in young children, especially young girls, since you was a young man. Over the course of 10 years, you have harvested a large collection of indecent images. They were organised into collections in a considered and calculated fashion. You are a sexual predator and taking advantage of children with the use of videos and indecent images. Had you not been arrested, it would only be a matter of time that you would proceed to actually sexually assault them children yourself. You seek to corrupt children by engaging in online activity for your own gratification. You have become accustomed to ignoring the normal social boundaries and taboos that might inhibit others." A Welsh Government spokesman said, "The individual concerned is no longer part of the Welsh Government." The other man in this paedophile ring, Dean Roberts, 48 years old, a police officer from South Wales Police, before he was dismissed. He has been sentenced to 12 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 count of actual rape of a child and 5 indecent assaults. All of Roberts' offences were against children. He was actually found by his own colleagues. They was investigating an online paedophile ring and they accidentally come across him being involved in. A warrant was issued for him and Guest, and he was subsequently arrested. Upon further investigation, evidence was also uncovered concerning the behaviour of Roberts, who was also arrested. Roberts from Bridgend was formally dismissed by the Welsh Police after a special case hearing held by a chief constable on June the 18th. He had resigned from the force on May the 29th. Speaking after the hearing, the detective in charge of that, Wendy Gunny, said today's sentence reflect the gravity of the crimes that have been committed. These two people were in a great position of power, and the investigation onto the abuse of children uncovered this. But it shocks me and scares me, as well as it should to many people across the country and the world, how many of these people are actually still active. How many people in positions like this are potentially abusing children. So I really want to hear what people have to say on these stories. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again very soon with some more news. Peace.